On the 21st of November 2025, we welcome you to this heartfelt platform where memories live on. Today, we'll honor those we've recently lost, celebrate their incredible journeys, and remember the lasting impact of others. Together, we'll also talk about WWE legend Jimmy Uso's emotional challenges, which have united fans worldwide. Subscribe to join our supportive circle. Bruiser Brody, born Frank Goodish on June 18, 1946, was one of the most unforgettable forces in professional wrestling. Towering at 6 feet 8 inches with a wild, unpredictable presence, Brody became famous in the 1970s and 80s for a brutal, brawling style that felt almost too real. He wasn't the typical polished performer. He was raw, chaotic, and larger than life. A man who made every match feel like a fight rather than a show. Mostly portraying a heel, Brody built a reputation as someone who wouldn't always stick to the script, which added both to his mystique and to the uneasy respect he commanded backstage. Fans were drawn to his intensity, while wrestlers and promoters were often unsure what he would do once the bell rang. Brody's career took him across the world. He gained major recognition in the United States, but it was his work in Japan, particularly with New Japan Pro Wrestling and All Japan Pro Wrestling, that elevated him to legendary status. Japanese audiences embraced him as King Kong Brody, captivated by his fearlessness and raw power. His matches were loud, chaotic, and unforgettable, setting the stage for the hardcore wrestling style that would grow in popularity years later. Despite his success, Brody's career wasn't without conflict. His strong-willed personality and occasional disputes with promoters only fueled his wild man image. Tragically, his life ended in 1988 after a backstage altercation in Puerto Rico, a moment that shook the wrestling world. Rosie, born Matthew Anoa'i on April 7, 1970, was a professional wrestler who left a warm and memorable mark on WWE fans during the early 2000s. As a proud member of the legendary Anoa'i wrestling dynasty, he shared deep family ties with major names in the industry, including his brother Roman Reigns and his cousin Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Rosie's wrestling journey began in the mid-1990s, when he worked across various independent promotions before stepping into WCW as part of the tag team The Samoan Gangsta Party with his cousin Jamal, later known to fans as Umaga. Though he started gaining attention there, his career truly took off once he joined WWE in 2002. In WWE, Rosie found his most iconic role when he teamed up with the Hurricane, Shane Helms. The duo embraced a fun, lighthearted superhero gimmick, with Rosie playing the lovable superhero in training. The partnership became a fan favorite, not for championship dominance, but for the humor, energy, and genuine charm they brought to every segment. Rosie's natural charisma and big-hearted personality shined through, making him a standout presence on WWE television. After parting ways with WWE, Rosie continued wrestling on the independent scene and dedicated time to helping train young wrestlers, passing on the knowledge and passion he'd gained throughout his career. Tragically, Rosie passed away on April 17, 2017, at just 47 years old due to congestive heart failure. Despite his untimely death, he is fondly remembered for his contributions to wrestling, his kindness, and the joy he brought to fans around the world. Jorge Gonzalez, born on January 31, 1966, in Carlos Pellegrini, Argentina, was a man whose incredible height and presence made him unforgettable in both sports and entertainment. Long before he stepped into a wrestling ring, Gonzalez first made a name for himself on the basketball court. He played professionally in Argentina, using his towering 7'7" frame to dominate the game. His remarkable size eventually drew attention from outside the basketball world, opening the door to a new career path. In the late 1980s, Gonzalez transitioned into professional wrestling, a move that quickly showcased his natural charisma and unique look. After gaining early experience in various promotions, he joined World Championship Wrestling, WCW, where fans began to take notice. His sheer physical presence set him apart immediately. Gonzalez later signed with the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, where he became known as Giant Gonzalez. He debuted in 1993 and was thrust into high-profile storylines right away. One of the most memorable moments of his career came at WrestleMania 9, where he faced The Undertaker in a match that fans still talk about today. Though his mobility was limited due to his extraordinary size, he remained a captivating figure in the ring. His time in WCW and WWF allowed him to compete with some of the biggest stars of the era. Unfortunately, Gonzalez's tremendous height came with serious health challenges. After retiring from wrestling, he dealt with ongoing medical issues that affected his quality of life. On September 22, 2010, he passed away at just 44 years old. For more than a decade, Jonathan Solofa Fatu, known globally as Jimmy Uso, has stood as one of WWE's most dependable and charismatic performers. As one half of the legendary tag team, the Usos, alongside his twin brother Jey Uso, Jimmy has carved out a career defined by high-impact performances, explosive athleticism, and a natural charisma that connects instantly with fans. Yet for all the electrifying moments he delivers inside the ring, his journey has been shaped just as deeply by the struggles and hardships he has encountered outside of it. Professional wrestling, despite its glamour and emotion, is a world that often asks an extraordinary physical price from its performers. And Jimmy Uso's road has been filled with injuries, recoveries, setbacks, and comebacks that tell the true story of an athlete fighting relentlessly to stay at the top of his game. Beyond the bright lights, the rumors, and the swirling social media chatter lies the story of a man who has repeatedly pushed through physical and personal challenges, proving that resilience is not just a trait, it is the foundation of his career. Jimmy Uso's injury, challenges, a career built on battling back. Throughout his WWE career, Jimmy Uso has dealt with a range of injuries that have taken a toll not only on his body, but also on his momentum, his schedule, and even his financial earning opportunities within the company. Professional wrestlers earn through appearances, merchandise, and televised performances. So whenever injuries keep Jimmy on the sidelines, it naturally limits his visibility and opportunities for income. While this does not indicate any current financial crisis, it underscores the real-world impact injuries can have on performers, especially those whose careers depend heavily on consistent physical activity. In Jimmy's case, multiple injuries have forced him into rehabilitation periods that demanded patience, determination, and a willingness to rebuild himself again and again. These setbacks, while physically painful, also tested his mental strength as he struggled to return strong enough to rejoin a tag team division that constantly evolves with new talent and new styles. Each injury forced him to rethink his training, refine his technique, and rediscover his confidence. Yet every time, Jimmy emerged with even greater intensity and commitment. The ACL tear that changed everything, 2020. One of the most significant turning points in Jimmy Uso's career arrived in 2020 during WrestleMania 36, an event held under unprecedented global circumstances. Competing in a high-risk ladder match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, Jimmy took part in the kind of intense, punishing action that fans love, but that pushes every athlete to the brink. During the match, he suffered a severe knee injury that was later confirmed to be a torn anterior cruciate ligament, ACL, one of the most serious injuries an athlete can endure. ACL tears not only require surgical repair, but also demand extensive rehabilitation that can last from 9 months to over a year, particularly for performers whose movements rely heavily on agility, balance, and explosive power. Jimmy underwent surgery in May 2020, and while many hoped for a rapid return, his recovery required patience and careful rebuilding of muscle strength. The emotional toll was just as heavy as the physical one. For a performer who thrives on energy and consistency, being forced to watch from the sidelines for almost a year was a true test of perseverance. Still, Jimmy fought through every stage of recovery and made his triumphant return in May 2021, rejoining the WWE landscape with renewed purpose and stepping into the powerful storyline of The Bloodline, proving not only that he could return, but that he could return stronger than before. Shoulder and rib struggles, 2015 to 2016. Several years before his ACL tear, Jimmy Uso had already begun experiencing the harsh realities of wrestling-related wear and tear. In 2015, he suffered a shoulder injury that forced him out of action for several months. Shoulder injuries can be particularly challenging for wrestlers, as the shoulder joint is crucial for grappling, lifting, striking, and taking bumps. Jimmy's injury required extensive rehabilitation and forced him to rethink how he approached certain moves in the ring. After finally making his way back, his momentum was halted again in early 2016 when he suffered rib injuries during a physically demanding match on SmackDown. Rib injuries may not always sideline an athlete for long periods, but they are intensely painful and affect every movement, from breathing to absorbing impact to performing basic wrestling holds. Despite the discomfort, Jimmy continued working, demonstrating the toughness and determination that define his reputation. These injuries also gave fans a rare glimpse into the sacrifices that wrestlers make to entertain audiences night after night, often competing through pain that most people would consider unbearable. For Jimmy, these setbacks were more than physical. They were reminders of how fragile a wrestling career can be and how much discipline it takes to stay consistent in an ever-demanding environment. A concussion scare that raised concerns, 2019. In 2019, Jimmy Uso faced another alarming situation when he reportedly suffered a concussion scare during a live event match. Concussions are taken extremely seriously in modern professional wrestling due to their potential long-term effects on cognitive function, memory, and overall neurological health. WWE, recognizing the dangers of repeated head trauma, has strict concussion protocols that require every affected superstar to undergo evaluations before being medically cleared to return. Jimmy's scare raised immediate concern among fans and insiders, but after appropriate testing, he was cleared and allowed to resume wrestling. While he did not sustain long-term damage, the incident highlighted the unpredictable nature of wrestling injuries and the importance of proper medical oversight. It also fueled numerous rumors online, some exaggerated, some entirely fabricated, claiming that his career was in jeopardy. However, Jimmy proved those rumors wrong by continuing to perform at a high level and delivering matches that showcased both his athleticism and his experience. The concussion scare served as a reminder that although fans see the excitement of the in-ring performance, the risks behind the scenes are incredibly real. And for Jimmy, it was another hurdle that he overcame with focus and resilience. Hand and wrist setbacks. Throughout his career over the years, Jimmy Uso has also dealt with multiple hand and wrist injuries that, while less publicized, have impacted his ability to perform certain maneuvers. These smaller injuries often accumulate without drawing major headlines, but they create ongoing challenges for a performer whose style relies heavily on powerful strikes, gripping opponents, and executing high-energy sequences. Jimmy repeatedly adapted his in-ring techniques to accommodate pain or temporary limitations, showing his ability to evolve and stay competitive even when not at full strength. Such injuries illustrate how the physical demands of wrestling extend far beyond dramatic, high-profile injuries like ACL tears. The everyday wear, the countless bumps, and the relentless travel schedule can create long-term joint strain that performers must manage quietly. For Jimmy, adjusting his moveset and working through discomfort became part of his professional discipline, proving once again that durability and adaptability are as essential as talent when building a long-lasting career. Separating facts from rumors. the truth about Jimmy Uso's health. Throughout his career, Jimmy Uso has often found himself at the center of speculation regarding his health. Because WWE superstars operate in the public eye and fans follow every update with intense interest, rumors can easily spiral into exaggerated narratives. One persistent claim suggested that Jimmy Uso's 2020 ACL injury put his career in jeopardy, or that he would never return to the ring. However, his strong comeback in May 2021 directly disproved those claims and showed that he was not only recovered, but prepared to step into one of WWE's most dominant storylines. Another rumor insisted that his 2019 concussion scare signaled the end of his wrestling career, fueling fears that he would be forced into early retirement. Yet again, WWE's medical staff ensured he was thoroughly evaluated, and Jimmy returned to action once cleared, showing no signs of diminished performance. Rumors have also circulated online claiming that Jimmy suffers from chronic health conditions or undisclosed long-term issues that might prevent him from competing. There is no credible evidence to support these claims, and Jimmy has repeatedly demonstrated his ability to recover from injuries and perform at an elite level. While it is true that wrestlers often deal with residual pain or old injuries resurfacing, nothing indicates that Jimmy suffers from any condition that threatens his career. Addressing claims about performance decline and financial struggles, some critics have suggested that Jimmy Uso's injuries have weakened his in-ring performance, arguing that he is not as dynamic as he once was. However, fans who follow his matches closely have seen the opposite. Jimmy continues to display remarkable athleticism, timing, and chemistry with both tag team partners and opponents. His work as part of the Bloodline storyline showcased not only his athletic ability, but also his acting, timing, and storytelling skills, qualities that matter just as much as physical maneuvers in modern WWE. Regarding financial rumors, it is important to clarify that no verified sources indicate that Jimmy Uso is experiencing financial troubles. However, like many wrestlers, injuries naturally affect earning potential because time away from the ring reduces televised appearances and merchandise opportunities. This is a common reality for athletes in physically demanding careers and does not reflect mismanagement or crisis, simply the economic impact of time off due to injury. Jimmy's continued involvement in major WWE storylines and merchandise sales strongly suggests that he maintains a stable and successful career within the company. The road ahead, Jimmy Uso's future in WWE. Despite enduring some of the most physically and emotionally taxing moments of his career, Jimmy Uso has consistently proven that he can return from adversity with even greater passion. His dedication to wrestling, family legacy, and personal growth ensures that he remains an essential part of WWE's evolving landscape. Whether competing in tag team matches, participating in dramatic storylines, or potentially exploring solo opportunities in the future, Jimmy has the tools and experience to continue making an impact. The physical challenges of wrestling are inevitable, and Jimmy will almost certainly face more obstacles as his career progresses, but history shows that no setback has been able to stop him yet. What makes his journey especially compelling is not just the victories, championships, or memorable promos, but the resilience and determination he brings to every comeback. Fans can confidently expect more standout performances from Jimmy Uso, whose passion for WWE continues to shine through every time he steps inside the ring. Conclusion: a career defined by strength and heart. Jimmy Uso's story is one of powerful highs and difficult lows, marked by unforgettable matches, personal challenges, and an unwavering spirit that continues to drive his success. From a major ACL surgery to lingering shoulder and rib issues, from concussion scares to smaller injuries that accumulate over time, he has confronted each challenge with the mindset of a true warrior. The rumors and speculation that have surfaced throughout his career have only highlighted how deeply invested fans are in his journey, even when the information circulating is inaccurate. Yet Jimmy has silenced doubts repeatedly by returning stronger, performing with pride, and proving that he belongs among WWE's most reliable and influential stars. His legacy is still being written, but one thing is already certain. Jimmy Uso's resilience, heart, and passion make him one of the most inspiring and enduring performers in modern wrestling.